Hello, budgeting fam. Welcome back to Stick to the Budget. So today, in addition to me dying on camera, we will be doing a budget with me for paycheck number 2 of October. It's November now when I'm recording this. It's been a busy week for us. Asher turned 4 on the 2nd, and so we just been busy with that. So I got paid, and then we ran into the weekend, and here we are. So I am half of this money is already gone, but I do want to, for consistency's sake, go ahead and do a budget with me for you guys, and then the next video, of course, will be a paycheck stuffing, the cash stuffing. I do still have the cash. I didn't use any of it, so it's just sitting here waiting to go into the envelopes. But I did want to do a budget with me. And just so that we can talk about the non-elephant in the room, today's wine is the apple pie wine. I think I mentioned a couple of videos ago, and I got ice in it, y'all, because I have so the mister built a bar in our basement, right? And it came out so nice. Like, he built it from scratch, and we have a wine refrigerator behind it. And so I pulled out a wine, like, I don't know, a day or two ago, and was drinking on it, and I forgot about it. And because the wine refrigerator, like the wine bottle, sits sideways, I was scared to put a cork in it and put it sideways. So it actually sat out. So I don't even know if you can allow white wine to sit out. If any wine aficionados can chime in, if you can let wine sit out at room temperature, I don't know, but white wine is better cooled. And so I put ice in it. And this is Chick-fil-A ice. If you didn't know, you can buy Chick-fil-A ice by the bag, which is how I get my ice. It's actually cheaper than going to like CVS or something. And you get the pebble ice, and everybody loves the pebble ice, you know what I mean? So that's that, okay? Let's get started. So we are going to be doing, again, paycheck number 2, working with $1,947. Excuse me, again, this number is not representative of my total income, but there are a few things that I subtract out of this that we choose not to disclose to YouTube, but everything else are our real and true numbers, okay? So with $1,947.12 as our income, there's that. And let me just stand up real quick, make sure you guys can see. Okay, so our bills coming out, and actually the vast majority of these are paid too. And a good chunk of them are actually from the beginning of November. So there's a few that haven't been paid out yet, but we have gas coming out. So that's the gas for our home, which for some reason, you guys, it was so high this month. I think I missed something last month paying for my gas. Like, I only paid half the bill somehow, which I'm like, I just pay what they tell me to pay. So I don't know. Like, I think I missed paying like $50 or something. I don't even know. I'm not sure what happened, but our gas bill was just really high this month. So I'm paying it to zero. And then let's see. We have the gym for $37.80. Electric was not terrible. Honestly, it's more than our apartment, but it's not a whole lot more, because in actuality, our house is like maybe 500 more square feet than our apartment was. We do have a full basement, and part of it, I don't know how much is included in the square feet, but it's the electric bill has not been a huge difference. Let's see, Express. Oh, so I bought some work pants from Express, and I wanted to pay those off. My personal loan is $170.92 per the usual. I would really like to get another personal loan, but my credit took such a hit. Excuse me, you guys. My credit took such a hit with getting the house, and then again intentionally accruing some debt. My credit score has taken a dump, okay? So I need to work that out. But all right, so Value City, where we got our giant Gundo couch from, it's $120, and we got 36 months, no interest, as long as we pay this amount or more. We'll be able to pay off the couch in 3 years. I would like to, and you guys can do the math on how much we spent on our couch. I would like to pay this off sooner than later, but since it has no interest, it's not very much, it's not a big issue for us. I want to pay down our higher interest credit items first. Internet this month went up for whatever reason. I think last month it was like $80 something, and now it's $103.98. We did unplug our router, and we bought a router off of Amazon. like a mesh router. And I don't know if it went up because we unplugged their router and we need to like send it back, but whatever. And then daycare, this pay was only $90 because we didn't go all of the days. All right, and then subscriptions, which includes like Netflix, Hulu, a few things like that, came to $63.74 this pay period. If you're new to the channel, I do budget by paycheck. I don't do a monthly budget at all because we are very much paycheck to paycheck. I do sometimes tag my channel or my videos as moderate income. We're moderate income for the area that we live in. We are actually over the median income for our area, but we are still paycheck to paycheck. So I do my budgets by the paycheck. And our goal ultimately, of course, is to get a month ahead, but we're not there yet, you know, so. All right, so then our bills total is going to be $848.71 for this section. And so what I'm going to do is take my income total less my debt total, or excuse me, my bills total. And so bills are something that we, you know, continually have for the most part. I mean, I do have a few debts, I guess, added in here. So it's like loan and value city. Those will eventually be paid off and I can take them out of my bills category. But let's see, $848.71. All right, so then we got $1,098 left to work with. Okay, so moving into cash envelopes. So as I've mentioned on my channel before, for cash envelopes, we don't actually use cash envelopes. We do use our card for everything, like our credit cards for everything, and then, or debit. And if I use my credit card, I pay my credit card back the amount that I used so that I can pay it off every month. So I don't actually use cash envelopes. That doesn't work for myself and my family. So let's get into, I do set a budget for it, but we just don't spend that way. And I use the YNAB app and website to track my spending out of these categories. So gas, we're going to do $2.50 for the next 2 weeks. So my partner and I have taken off the weekend to celebrate Asher's birthday. So he's not going to be driving 45 minutes to work every day. I'm also not driving to work, you know, so we didn't need as much gas. I imagine that I'll probably end up using this in another category or just continue the celebrations. So I don't think we're going to use this much gas. Groceries are at $400. This has actually already been spent and we don't get paid again until next month. We'll see how that goes. Household, 75 also has already been spent. This is the problem with me like doing this video after like we got paid. All right, eating out, $100 also already been spent because of celebrating Asher's birthday. We went out for dinner, or I think we ordered out, I think is what we did. Spending, I'm only allotting myself $75. I think it ended up being $50 because I had to use 25 for something for the kids, but whatever. Kids clothes. So this is me paying back a credit card. I forget what I even bought for them, but it was on a credit card and I wanted to pay it back. So I wanted to make sure that I budgeted that into this paycheck so that it didn't linger on my credit card. And then book fair. So they had a Scholastic book fair for my daughter's kindergarten class, or for the school, for the elementary school, primary school. And so I put $25. I guess Scholastic, dude, I'm so old. When I went to the Scholastic Book Fair as a child, we had cash money in our hand. We had our that extra thin, like Bible paper, little, you know, order sheet or whatever. And we go to school with our dollars and, you know, buy the books there. Well, now, of course, in 2022, it is all electronic. So you can load up like a virtual account for them. And then if they don't use the change or whatever, or they don't spend the whole amount at the book fair, you can just order stuff online. So I put $25 on my credit card for Santana's book fair. And literally that day of the book fair, she had already been sick, but she ended up having to go home early. She threw up in the cafeteria. And so they sent her home. And she had not had a chance yet to go to the book fair. So now I have this $25 sitting on the Scholastic account. I can order online, and so I'm not losing out on the money, but it's inconvenient. Like I'm sure I'll have to pay for shipping. I didn't want to do all of that. I was just trying to get my baby enough money to get some books or whatever she wanted to get, but whatever. Anyways, I budgeted that into this paycheck as well to pay back that credit card. So let us see what our cash envelopes total. What I also like to call this, instead of cash envelopes, is actually variable expenses. So these bills are fixed expenses. Even though they're not always the same amount every month, they're usually pretty similar. Whereas this stuff can vary depending on how much gas we use, how much groceries we buy, that kind of thing. So these are actually variable expenses for myself and my family. So $250. And you guys, I apologize for the sniffling, because with Asher was sick, Santana was sick, I was sick as a dog last weekend. Like, it was so bad. And so we're all just kind of still recovering and healing from that. So I apologize for any sniffles. All right, so this is going to be $972.41 for the section is cash envelopes total, but you know, like I said, it's a variable expense. So then we're going to take what we had left over after our bills and see how much we have left over after our variable expenses. Are we still in? We're kind of in frame. Right? All right, so 1,098.41 minus 972.41 leaves us with 126. Okay, then we're gonna move up here. Excuse me, guys. We're gonna move up here to sinking funds. So sinking funds. Let's see here. That is gonna get only $76 total. I just know what that is in advance because I already have the money. I've already done this. So for vacation, we're gonna get $25 there. Birthday is gonna get $10. Date night is going to get $4. I was just trying to even out the envelope. Self-care is gonna get $4. Car maintenance is gonna get $5. I wanted to make sure I put something in there because my license plates are coming up for renewal and so is his. So I want to make sure that I'm still stuffing that. Asher and Santana will always get their $10. That's very important to me that their envelopes are still stuffed, even though I've been using them like crazy. And the miscellaneous, which is our mini challenge, our manicured money mini challenge, is getting $8 to finish that out for the month of October. So this should be 76, but let me add it up to be sure. 25, 10, 4, 76 hours. All right, perfect. So 76. All right, so then 126 minus 76 is $50. We have $50 left. All right, and then that last 50 is actually going to go to the emergency fund. So I've been saving for a $1,000 emergency fund to have in my account before we go ahead and tackle the debt that we've accrued. And so I'm getting a little bit closer, and we'll see what that is in the next video. So 50 minus 50 equals 0. And so we have completed our zero-based budget. So I do a zero-based budget, meaning that I assign a job to every dollar that comes in. And so this is my plan for the next 2 weeks. Like I said, a good chunk of this is actually already used. And so I hope to I don't think this month I'm going to be able to do a budget closeout. I attempted to do a budget closeout for last paycheck, and when I plugged in like my real-time numbers, it looked like I had like an extra $150, and I know I didn't have no extra $150. I had no money by the time I got this paycheck. So I'm not really sure why that was or where I went wrong. So I haven't really mastered the art of closing out my budget, but that's something that I do want to try to work on in the future for you guys so that you guys can see like, how do you actually follow up with your budget? It's one thing to plan it out, but then what do you do with this after? You know, or did you actually stick to a $250 as a budget for gas? Did you actually stick to $400 as a budget for groceries? You know, if I had to take 50 from gas to buy groceries, then maybe I'm not planning well enough, you know? So I want to get to being able to do a budget closeout for you guys, but I haven't mastered it. I can't even lie. So this is the plan. We'll see what ends up happening. But that is that for this video, and I will see you all in my cash stuffing video. Bye.